Can I come over here and do it?
Well,
I actually need to study.
You can't study while we're doing this, babe. Kelly's studying right now. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday.
I forgot we were doing this.
She forgot we were doing this. I can do it. This is your daily smash for Monday, September 15th. There's Kelly.
Oh my God.
Kelly's
5.
Kelly spent all weekend at a. First and foremost, let me say that we will discuss the fallout and the aftermath of the Charlie Kirk awful event of last week. And I did not know. Some of you have commented, did you go to the Huntington Beach Candlelight Vigil? I didn't know about it.
All my friends went. No, I was in a class from 8 to 5 Saturday and Sunday, and we went out to eat at Fogo de Chao. And
I wish I'd known, because I would have gone. I would have absolutely gone. If there was a daytime event, I would have gone. I was here all day getting stuff done in the house, and I did not know about it.
I didn't know about it until everybody was there. All my friends were there. Well, we have video of it. Can you show some video?
Sure.
I sent it to you.
It was a huge crowd, and I know there were vigils across
Good morning,
America.
Everybody.
Good morning. It was a really hard week for all of us. Any of us care about human life. You don't have to support what a person says or does, but you should support law and order and not support assassinations. I mean, that's basic. And I have to say personally, I'm glad that they're going after the people who were inappropriate and celebrating it.
I just don't understand the moral compass of someone that is cheering for someone who lost their life, that was a family man, that was God-fearing, that spread, common sense. I honestly don't think anyone deserves that. I sent a picture of like a depiction of George Floyd and Charlie Kirk, and how George Floyd, was a felon. He was on total drugs.
He was overdosing at the time.
Well, it doesn't matter. The guy did not deserve to die that way. Whether he had that thing down on him, whatever, was not right. But I'm saying the media was celebrating that. They were celebrating him being a martyr.
I think the bigger issue was that to it was rioting and burning of buildings.
Yes.
And that was tolerated because it was, I don't know why, but it shouldn't have been.
But that was tolerated, that the burning and the whatever. Here we have a guy that spread common sense amongst us and had, a conservative voice in a time of where the liberals are mean, nasty, they call names, they're angry. It's so unbelievable to me. So I got a ton of DMs calling me a racist. Okay. I'm not a racist. Again, I'm not. I have a lot of Black friends. I have a lot of Asian friends. I have a lot of Hispanic friends.
I can vouch for all that.
I have a lot of gay friends. I'm not racist. Okay. I don't hate any group of people. So that's what they do. They like to tell you that you are a racist, a fascist. It's just the same thing. The same
how they try to win an argument.
The same trite rhetoric, right? So that's not what I meant by that. What I meant was that the mainstream media is clapping and cheering, and it's insane. And by the way, we don't see burning and looting and destruction and things of that nature. We're seeing people in Huntington Beach gathering together, candlelight,
all across America, honey.
Praying.
It was all across America. They had vigils across America for that. And I think it comes down to decency, being compassionate. But I just want to say also that I spent a lot of time when I wasn't working on my projects on Instagram, where a lot of people were reposting Charlie Kirk moments from his campus tours and his interactions with young people. And that's what he did. And that's what he was so incredibly good at, was debating. And he
got these kids that are so indoctrinated and so brainwashed in this Marxist communist ideology, that he stumped these kids. These kids don't even know what the heck they're talking about. And by the way, it's always the left that are angry and mad and call you names. I can go through my DMs. That's all they know how to do.
Yeah.
And they say the same rhetoric. And I get on that and they're like, oh, Trump is a dictator. I'm like, he can't be a dictator because we can't. We're a constitutional republic.
Well,
we have terms. It's this, you can't, they don't understand. It's so
well, I also
toxic.
think it's remarkable how people will misconstrue or twist his words or try to make him sound like he said one thing when he actually said another. And so many of these things were taken out of context. And if you do take the time to watch some of these videos, you'll see just how brilliant this man was, how patient he was with young people, how he would let them make their argument or make their accusation, and then he would very calmly dispel it. He was like a walking encyclopedia. That guy was a genius. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and watch some of the videos. Watch the way he quotes scripture. Watch the way he quotes the Constitution. Watch the way he quotes American history with facts. And he will back up everything he says with facts, where people come up and say, well, you're a racist, or you're this, or you're that. And he'll be like, well, tell me one thing that I did or said that qualifies for what you're accusing me of. And then no one could give him an example. And if they tried, he would immediately dispel it, refute it with facts. And it's such a great loss for this country, and obviously for his family, who I think were there at that
horrible day. How can anybody, but that's the thing with that group. It's okay if you think like me, then you're
right.
you're cool, right? But if you don't think like me, what happened to the joy and the love and the acceptance and all the things that they preach that they are? It's so hypocritical, and it's so irritating.
Well, I can also tell you that as far as the investigation goes, they have determined that he lived with a guy who was transitioning or wanting to transition to a girl, who was a furry, who apparently was obsessed with wearing cat clothes or whatever, and that he was on one of these social media sites. It's like a protected site, like a hidden site for gamers or whatever. But apparently he made statements that he was going to do what he did in advance. So there were people who had advanced knowledge, they believe, and that's being investigated by the FBI right now.
I want to know.
Wait, can I just finish my thought? There are people who had advanced knowledge of what he was doing, and the FBI is investigating. And if that's the case, if they find out that that's true, then those people who knew about it and said nothing and did nothing are complicit, because presumably they could have stopped it. And what this comes down to moving forward is not allowing that to happen again.
I don't know if Ivana said the point is to protect free speech. Of course, but you don't have to have hate speech.
They say he had a photographic memory, and I believe it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so here's another. He did not use the word Ching, Denise Sanchez. He was talking to Cenk Unger. That clip was him having a debate with a guy named Cenk Unger, who I know or knew back in the day because he lived in New York and used to come to our apartment. He was good friends with my former roommate. And we played poker in my living room, and he was one of the guys playing poker. And he asked me before he got into media how he could do it. He was asking me for advice, that guy. But his name is Cenk. And that's what Charlie Kirk said. He was addressing Cenk Unger. And if you go back and look at the clip, the full clip, you'll see. So no, he didn't call someone a chink, okay? He didn't say that. And now someone's going to take that out of context, say, I used that word. I used that word to refute what you're saying about him because he didn't use that word. He was addressing a person.
See how people take, this is what's dangerous. People take a little bit of information and they run with it and they don't know the facts. That's the problem. This is what's going on right here. And all these kids are saying the same rhetoric, fascism, racist, like as if that's going to win a freaking argument. What about your policies that you're placing?
Said, I love you both for standing up for what is right. You are spot on, Kelly. They're always the first one to speak hate.
It's true.
The demons showed themselves this weekend. Thank you to them for letting me know I need to stay far away. That's true too.
That's true. And you know what? I lost, it was funny. I'm shadow banned but I lost 2,000 followers on Instagram in 15 minutes when I did that compare and contrast.
And it's not like he made that up either. You were reposting something someone else posted, in fairness, but it's true.
It's true.
It's true. That was the reaction.
It's true. And people, I'm not, how's that racist? How's that racist?
It's not.
The guy, it's the fact, George Floyd was a felon. He did have tons of drugs in his system. And he was in and out. He left his family. He was
passing counterfeit money. That's why the cops came in the first place. He was passing counterfeit money, which is illegal.
But they make that guy in the media, that the guy is a martyr. The media, with whom Charlie Kirk was a family man, God-fearing, did the right thing, try to just debate someone. And now people are cheering for that. The media is cheering for that. That is just sick and wrong and morally just not.
I don't think, honey, I want to correct you because it's not the media cheering for any of this.
Oh, really?
It's not the media.
Was?
Well,
and so was TMZ.
No, there were comments made on MSNBC and there were comments made on TMZ. They were cheering in the background. Yes. But I don't want you to group the whole media together because this is more about individuals who are coming out and posting stuff in celebration of it. And
I have a girlfriend that was saying that he was anti-Semitic.
Which is nonsense.
Which is nonsense. He was not, and he reiterated that he was not anti-Semitic. Now, who's anti-Semitic? The left.
Yeah.
The left.
Like
that's who's anti-Semitic. Yeah. Why aren't we pointing that out? This girl just came on the Emmys last night and said, "Free Palestine, free Palestine."
Yeah.
And she's Jewish.
Yeah.
See how screwed up and how screwed up.
You ask someone who keeps saying that, what about the 40 hostages they're still holding after, God, what's it been? Almost 2 years? They're still holding hostages?
And then they're calling Trump a Nazi? No. The left are Nazis. They're the ones who hate Jews. Let's just start there. He loves Jews. His grandkids are Jewish.
Yeah.
And they keep calling him Hitler.
I don't want to debate. I don't want to get too deep into this.
I'm just saying, it's just so annoying. It's so annoying. And I'm so
glad. Let's just get back to our life and what's going on here and what we're doing and not, because we're not going to win any arguments here.
I'm not, but you know what? I can at least state my facts. And by the way, I didn't lose 2,000 followers. I gained 1,000. And by the way, I'm glad that I lost followers. I don't want of my social media anyway.
Point. Gigi said, it's a sad time for all of us. Huntington Beach did an amazing tribute. We are at the turning point. And I'm not the first to say this. I did say it to Kelly that his death could be a turning point. And that was the organization he created. But now his widow is saying she's going to follow in his footsteps. And the turning point will become bigger and even more powerful. And I hope she's right. I hope that more young people see the light and realize that what's happening in this world is not okay. And it's time to, I don't know, stop with the nonsense and get back to common sense. And that's really what he was about. Where does all this divisiveness take us? Wendy said, Kelly, forget the 2,000 because you are true to yourself. And that's a great thing about you.
Thank you, Wendy.
It's so true.
Susan told me to settle down.
It's funny how it says, Let Kelly talk. Freedom of speech. Rick, we don't win, but we will. And then Kathleen goes, yeah, Rick, get wifey under control. Which way am I supposed to go here? Yeah, Mom Donnie's a real anti-Semite. And he might win mayor of New York, which is incredible to me.
I know.
Gigi, the TMZ thing was particularly awful. And I saw we did it on Newsmax last week.
Wait, real quick. Let's just do this. Did Charlie support trans people? Trans people are 1% of the population.
Well, I can answer that question.
Okay, go ahead.
He didn't not support the people per se, trans, and encourage them to not put drugs in their body. He didn't believe in altering what God gave us. And that was his right to not believe that that's okay. And Kelly and I agree that people, certainly children, should not be putting drugs in their body or hormone blockers in their body to change what God gave them. Once they become adults, if that's what they want to do, that's their right to do that. But no, he didn't support doing that to children or young people, doing that to their bodies. He supported people getting back to God, looking within themselves, maybe trying to come to terms with what God gave them and moving forward from there. That's I don't know if I'm doing justice to what he felt, but it wasn't that he was anti-trans and he would, because the one thing about him was he was so patient.
Yeah.
He would listen to you and hear your arguments and hear your position, and then he would question.
He wouldn't call people names.
No, he didn't
like
name
the
call.
leftists.
Not at all.
But
he was so patient.
But
if you watch these videos, he was so patient.
But let's just get down to what the facts of the matter are. Trans people in the psychology world it's like a glitching in your brain, right? It is something that how do they define it in psychology, right? Your dad's a psychologist.
Body dysmorphia.
Body dysmorphia. There's something.
There may be other terms.
There's other terms where
it doesn't all of a sudden become okay because someone says it is. And I was watching Candace Owens, and I'm not a big fan of Candace Owens on some things, but she was making a really good point about trans, saying, why do I have to accept when a man says he's a woman if a white person says she's black? It's the same thing. You're going to tell me you feel like a woman, so I have to treat you like a woman? Well, if a white person feels like a black person, like that woman in Seattle said, wherever she was, somewhere in the Pacific Northwest, and pretended to be black and worked for the NAACP, and then they called her out and they found out who she was really, and she's white. And everyone said, oh, she's crazy because she's white, saying she feels black. Well, these people are men saying they feel like women, and that's okay all of a sudden? That's not crazy? But a white person who says they feel black is crazy? I mean, let's just get all on the same page here. That's sort of what Candace was saying, and I think Charlie Kirk would agree with that.
I mean, I accept all people. If you want to be trans, go right ahead.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be whatever you want to be, go right ahead. But just don't throw it down my throat and force that down my throat and make kids like it is a thing. These kids are putting their bodies on the hormone blockers. You think that's okay? Instead of saying to your children when they're little, it's okay, it will pass, you're a tomboy, you can make these decisions when you're older. But going down to the courthouse when you're 12 years old and changing your name to a boy's name and then putting on puberty blockers and saying that no, I'm sorry. There's a right and there's a wrong.
CA said, search Charlie Kirk's honest message to a trans student. And then Nora said, I'm overweight, but I identify as skinny.
Dysmorphia. Thank you, Tanya.
Gender
that's
dysphoria.
Dysphoria, I mean.
Yeah, there's a term for it.
Yeah, there's a term for it. Thanks, Tanya.
And one Billy said, just leave the children alone. I have to agree with that. It's about division, divide, and conquer. Don't shove it in my face, down my throat. Kathy said, love you too. Always tell the truth. Hi, Kathy. It was good to see you on Friday night on our Zoom call. Suze wants to know, how was your class this weekend?
It was tough. I don't think it helped me at all. I don't think that class helped me, to be quite honest.
Why do you say that?
Because
You don't feel
I don't feel like I don't know. I don't feel like that class helped me because I don't feel like it did.
Okay. Well, what Kelly's been doing is taking her practice test. And then when you take the practice test, it'll tell you what you got wrong and you can retake those questions you got wrong. And I'm telling you right now, that's the way you're going to pass this test. By looking at the ones you got wrong and realizing what you got wrong, and then you'll know it moving forward. And you're going to be fine. I do want to tell them, and we're going to lighten the mood here just a little bit. We went to Fogo de Chao for dinner last night because Kelly was tired from her 8-hour class and didn't want to cook. And I support that 100%. So we were on the way home from Irvine.
Can't read anything.
Anaheim, sorry. And we see Fogo de Chao. And she goes, let's go there. And so we did. And Kelly doesn't eat a whole lot.
Neither do you.
I don't either. We share meals all the time. That's what we do. We share one meal and we usually don't even finish that.
Yeah.
And at Fogo de Chao, if you've ever been, it's Brazilian.
It's a Brazilian steakhouse.
Yeah. And they come by your table.
And they shave off the meat.
And they shave it right onto your plate. You just take some tongs as they're shaving the piece of meat. You just grab it and then they finish shaving it. And you put it on your plate and they give you 8 to 10 ounces of meat. And so instead of ordering the all you can eat with a buffet bar that has the salad and everything else, instead of getting the all you can eat with all the meats, she just got the single serve one plate. And I got the single serve one other plate of meat. And it was still too much.
Yeah.
But
I got the plantain.
At the end, Kelly had all this extra meat on her plate. And she said, can I get a to-go box? And the guy goes, oh, I'm sorry. Because it's all you can eat, we can't give you a box because that would be abusing the system. And she goes, but I only ordered one thing.
I only ordered one steak.
He ordered the single. He goes, oh, then you can have a box.
And then we looked at each other because I have a bunch of meat, like a whole bunch of meat.
They kept coming by and giving us more. We're like, okay, great. We just kept putting it on the pile. So the trick, and we're sharing this hack with you, this life hack. If you go to Fogo de Chao and you're more than one person,
don't get the $79.
Get the $40, $38 one that includes the salad bar. And then you take all that meat. And if you want to take some home with you, and you could share your partner's meat, because I ate hers and she ate mine. So now we got 2 meats. And if there were 4 people, we'd have 4 meats. And then you can still take stuff home with you. It's like, why would I go for the 72 when I could do the 38? You know what I'm saying? And breakfast. If we treat trans as a mental disorder, such as schizophrenia or depression, I think we'd have a healthier outcome and not normalize it, Lindsay said.
Agree.
Yeah, well, it is.
It's a mental disorder.
I'm sorry, but it is.
It's a mental disorder.
And
why can't we call it what it is?
That's what it was for all this time until someone decided it wasn't. And that someone who decided it was part of this movement. But guess what? Look at the, I'm sorry, but.
It's the kids. You see it all the time, especially with the people on the far left. You have Liev Schreiber's kid. You have Heather Dubrow's kid. You have, they're making it, normalizing it. Instead of saying you're beautiful in your body and what God gave you.
Yeah. You got to start up here.
You got to start up here. Let's go take you to a psychiatrist and get your mind straight first.
Can I read this very sweet message from Carol Milano? Rick, my husband and I watched you on Newsmax a few days ago. We love your show. And Kelly, you are such a breath of fresh air. You are such an inspiration to me.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
To my show, since you brought it up, I would love to remind everyone that you can watch me every day streaming live on Newsmax 2. And here's the thing. It's free. You don't need cable. If you don't have Newsmax 2 on your streaming system, it's on Samsung TV. When you turn on a Samsung TV, if you have that Samsung TV channel list, it's $11.70. But it's also streaming everywhere else, YouTube, wherever. So you can watch it for free. And I'm on live every day at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. So I would love for you guys to join me on Newsmax and check out my show. I write a monologue every night, and Kelly calls it my term paper. But I ask,
why are so many kids of celebrities trans but not good regular people? I can tell you why. Because these parents are narcissists They have nannies taking care of them. They're in the limelight. These kids are starving for attention. That's why. Okay.
Well, and there's peer pressure.
And there's peer pressure to act different. And these kids are probably saying, me, here, pay attention to me.
Yeah.
Because all you do is pay attention to yourself. You're a narcissist. You don't care about what's going on. And that, I think, and I'm normalizing it to make it cool.
Bryant said, we need to call out Katie from Vanderpump for her disgusting comments about Charlie. Well, you just did. Thank you. Anything for attention. So sad. And Susan, you're right. Trans has become a fad. Years ago, you didn't hear anything about this. Look how long it took Bruce Jenner to change.
And, by the way, if you say anything contrary to what the left think, they love to call you names. They call you transphobic, homophobic. And by the way, my homophobic friends that are gay, they don't want to be in that TQ plus. They just want to keep it LBG. That's it.
Yep.
They don't want the plus X, Y, and Z. And I'm friends with a lot of gays. And they are like, don't lump me into that. It's facts. What was this?
What the Dubrows have done to their children is very disturbing. Makes you wonder what really goes on behind their closed doors.
Well, Dubrows' brother was gay. Allegedly, Terry Dubrow is gay, according to all my best friends that live up in Crystal Cove, that know him very well, say he is. Could be hereditary. I don't know. I think being gay, you're born with. I think that it happens in the animal kingdom. Like it just,
it sure does.
It's just that it is what it is. Like,
yeah.
And
I don't saying there's anything wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. Do you see trans animals in the kingdom?
But you see these videos of like, I watched this video of a woman who was filming a guy in a dress with a wig on, who was confronting her and saying he was a trans woman. Well, how dare you bump into me? And he was losing it in this video. And at some point, he rips the wig off, and he goes, "Oh no, you didn't!" And he turns into a dude, and he's screaming at her on the street. And it goes on for like 10 minutes, and I'm like sucked into that Instagram hole, the real hole, and I'm like watching it, going, "Oh my god!" And it's like this guy was going nuts, and I'm like, "Well, okay, so he's not really a man wearing a dress and a wig,
and that's another
and makeup.
Well, and that's
fine if that's what you want to do.
No,
but don't make me treat you like a woman because you say you feel like one. You're not. You're a dude in a dress and a wig, and let's not pretend here. This is what I mean about common sense. Get back to being real. Okay, let's keep it real. You're not a woman. You can't compete against women. I saw this interview with Riley Gaines, who was the female swimmer who lost to the Penn swimmer. It was a 6'4" dude who wanted to swim against girls because he couldn't cut it on the men's team. And they tied in this race. It was like a 200 meter or something. And to the 100th of a second for third place, head to head, tied. And they go backstage for the award ceremony, and the NCAA goes, "Well, we don't have a tie category. We can't give the award to two people. We have to pick one of you. So we're going to pick this guy, her name, whatever the name he was using." And she's like, "Wait, what? Wait, why does he get it? He's a dude. He's 6'4", and he's a guy wearing a girl's bathing suit
with testosterone.
And you're giving him my third place award." And that's when she lost it.
Well, where
Leah Thomas.
Wait, where are the women that are all about social justice for the women? Why are they catering to this? Is what I want to know.
Working for the Alien said, "Hey, Rick and Kelly, I tried sending a $10 super chat, but it would not let me. Is there a glitch or something? Do me a favor, Working for Aliens. Instead of doing that, and I don't know why it's not letting, join the Rick and Kelly show on Patreon, okay? Because that's where we would love for all of you to go, so that you can join us every week for our hour-long
And that would
shows.
help us out a hell of a lot more than here on YouTube. We are shadow banned here. They take a percentage.
Yeah, they're holding us at 48, 6, or 7.
Look, they're not even letting you gift us $10.
But you can join our Rick and Kelly show on Patreon, and then you can also, if you join as a VIP or a party patron for $10, you can join our Zoom calls every week. And we do a live interactive Zoom with people, a video Zoom call every week. And we're going to do them on Friday evenings now. From now on.
Kathy says she never misses
So we
you.
hope you'll join us. We do interviews, we do cooking segments, we do DIY stuff, and we talk about stuff like this, but without commercials, without interruptions.
Oh, I commented on Eileen Davidson. I commented on her post.
Oh, you did?
Yes. Remember at the Orangewood? I told her that she was absolutely disgusting and she should be ashamed of herself. And I love Eileen Davidson. She follows me and I follow her. I love her. I love Eileen Davidson.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's sickening.
Yeah. So
I do love Eileen Davidson, but what she wrote, I told her off.
Lindsay said, as a Black person, I just like how trans always tries and associates its disadvantage. It's not the same. It's true. Bruce Jenner has been accepted in the Republican Party because he is an adult, one Billy said.
That's right.
Heather is sickening. Well, whatever. I mean, it's what's unfortunate from that situation, I think, are the children. But I don't want to talk about someone's kids. I just think we should all let kids be kids. I get what you're saying, Kelly, be gay, but no need to make a whole movement about it. Be what you are. Be who you want. Just don't shove it down my throat.
Look at Marcy Max says, my gay friends hate being lumped into that too. So I know, same here. They hate it.
Mm-hmm. God created man and woman in his image. He is perfect. He wasn't confused when he created us. He made everything perfect, no mistakes. Gigi said, here for open mind conversation. Thank you, guys. Why on earth would a man want to be a woman? Women have so much.
Oh my God. I say the same thing. Why? Like, why would a man want to be a woman? Okay. First and foremost, I hate getting my nails done. I hate getting my hair done. Look at this. I hate wearing makeup. I hate wearing high heels. I hate it. I would not want to be a woman. I hate being a woman, actually.
Okay, so someone said enough now. Let's go have some fun. Okay, so what else happened this weekend that we wanted to talk about?
Nothing. I was in class all day.
Yeah, so let's talk about the class. Kelly had some very interesting.
Carmen said I unfollowed Eileen.
Oh, good.
I didn't unfollow her.
Tell us about, like you said, it was like driver's ed,
I felt like I was in
driver school.
You know, there's just so much information. It's hard to retain. You know, it's like, I mean, I graduated college in 1997, y'all. Like, I haven't really studied in so long. It's really hard at 50, and especially with all the brain fog and everything. But menopause brain.
You've been putting in the hours. So you said it was like someone in the class said it was like Alcoholics Anonymous without the snacks.
Because this reminds me of Alcoholics Anonymous without the snacks, without the coffee and donuts.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't have coffee and donuts.
They didn't have anything in there.
They provided no snacks.
None. They only provided water. They provided water. That
bottled water.
Bottled water.
And that was it.
That was
for an 8-hour class for 2 days in a row.
For an 8-hour tour.
And the good news is, if you don't pass the test, and they said 92% success rate.
Full effing crap. Okay.
But if you don't pass, as long as you can show you were in the class for both days for the 8 hours, you get to go back for free. And I am very confident in Kelly's abilities.
Well, no, Rick just passed his school too.
I did? Oh, that. Yeah. Because I'm going to do it.
Rick's going to do it with me.
I am going to do it. But I don't want you to not do it just because I am a little behind you. I don't want you to not win and hope that.
Well, I know, but I want you to do it with me. But Rick just got his certification.
So I'm you know what? Why not? We love to buy homes and renovate them. And I would love to start flipping a house a year. And if we're both licensed real estate salespeople, then we can save some commissions. There's a lot of men in government, sports, music that are trans that just keep in the closet. A lot of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde going on. Well, that may be.
Wait, we did get $20.
Oh, thank
Oh
you.
my gosh, that is so
Where
nice.
is that? Okay,
Just
I'm
click-
looking for it. I'm
click.
looking for it.
Well, you just click her on. Just,
No, it doesn't work that way. Look, see, it doesn't work. You can't click on that. I have to go find it. You can't put it on the screen.
someone said troll alert. We have a troll in the house.
I deleted a couple or blocked a couple of them. I can't find the YouTube user who gave us 20. Oh, there. No, is that it? Yeah, there it is. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
It's very generous. YouTube user, why don't you join our Rick and Kelly show on Patreon? And we appreciate very
Everything.
much you supporting us. Thank you for that.
That's so nice.
But we would love to have you come and join our Patreon, because we do new shows every week, sometimes twice a week. And if you like this, you're gonna love that. I'm telling you right now, it's good stuff. I don't want to be an alien either. Why would anyone want to be an alien? I love being a human. I do human things every day, y'all. But why are you working for the aliens? I don't understand why you're working for the aliens. Are you working for the aliens, or are others
Is that
working for
Russian?
the aliens?
Are they Russian?
Or Czech?
Looks like
I don't understand. Kelly, I'm rewatching your seasons on Bravo. What was the deal with that Peggy? Iceland was hysterical with Vicky being taken out. Thanks for the distraction from last week.
Aw.
Can you address?
What was the deal with that Peggy? She was a weirdo, man. I'm not kidding. Like, she was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You know that Peggy is, her brother is Patrick Pole on Jeff Lewis. That's her brother. She's just she was, oh, you want to talk about a liar? That girl lied about everything. Everything was just phony. And she was just weird. Like, she's just, I don't know. She just never made sense.
Well,
she was awkward. She was just like a weirdo. I couldn't connect.
Couldn't connect.
I just couldn't connect with her.
Speaking of Jeff Lewis, we're doing his show on Friday. So we're doing Jeff Lewis on Friday. If you listen to Sirius XM and Jeff Lewis, and we like to think of our smash when we go live as a warm up to his show, which starts at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. We're going to be on Friday morning at 9 a.m. So we hope you'll tune in. And Thursday evening, there is a Shump happy hour that we're attending. So if you're lucky, you'll be part of that group.
Oh, on my way to work. Have a great day. Have a great day.
Vivian said, Kelly, who is Peggy? Why doesn't Pole have the same accent? He does kind of have an accent, doesn't he?
No. Pole, they have the brother and sister. And
take care, JJ Gold. Thank you for being here.
I love you. Thanks for being here.
Jet Set will be tuning into the Jeff Lewis interview. Joy said, oh my gosh, I've been watching your old seasons all weekend as well.
Oh my God, that is so cool.
Wouldn't it be great if Kelly got residuals when they show her show on Bravo, which they do repeatedly? Wouldn't that be great if you got residuals for that?
Yeah.
Don't you think she deserves it? Like every actor or an actress gets residuals when their shows are watched? Because it's reality.
Yeah, it's because it's reality. I can't.
So wait, there were a couple other things I wanted to mention while we the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh yeah.
We went to Cheesecake Factory after dinner because it was right around the corner from Fogo de Chao.
Well, that Fletcher place, Mark Wahlberg opened up a Mexican restaurant here in Huntington Beach. And it's huge. The property is big. It's actually on my story on my Instagram if you guys want to see it. And that place was beautiful, but it didn't have anybody in there.
And
if you go to Javier's, it's packed, jammed all the time.
Fogo de Chao was packed.
Yeah.
Right around the corner. And that Fletcher was beautiful. And it did remind me of Javier's as well. And you're right, it wasn't crowded.
So Megan's husband, Johnny, said that it's expensive.
Well, Fogo de Chao is not cheap.
No, but you get a lot of meat.
You do. So it's expensive, and maybe it's not.
You go to the grocery store, you get a little meat like this, and it's $25. Like this big.
But in order to be successful, excuse me, as a restaurant, obviously you need to have great food.
Yeah.
At a good price, right?
Right.
Atmosphere and all that.
Thanks, Susan.
Thanks, Joy, for listening on Friday. That's the Charlie Sheen doc. We finished it.
Wasn't that great?
Wow.
Wasn't that great?
Wow.
Good
Wow.
for
Wow.
him for being 8 years sober.
Yeah.
I mean, usually.
And for coming clean about a lot of stuff. But wow, what his life, insanity, what he got away with. And, the fact that people kept enabling him and the money he blew that he spent on
Dude, that guy
drugs and
spent
women. And
$1.5 million on somebody that was going to squeal on him.
I think it was
Extortion.
1.4. He just said there were many. He didn't say how many people, but the lowest was 500,000, and he said the most was 1.4 million. That he was just paid somebody to not talk about his HIV or him being with men. He was paying people.
Wait, I want to see. Hey, do you guys think, if you watch the Charlie Sheen documentary, it said Corey Haim came out and said that he got raped by Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, and Charlie Sheen flat out denied it.
Charlie Sheen flat out denied it. Said, no, that's sick. It's awful. There's no way. He said that Corey Haim's mother said that it would not be true.
She disputed the whole thing, and I don't know like what she knows, but she seemed to know that it wasn't true.
I mean, that's a pretty dark thing to say. Like, what do you think it's true?
I have a hard time with it because of what we've learned about Charlie Sheen and how out of control he was. But at the same time, if he's coming clean about everything else, you'd think if that actually happened, that he would admit it. Or he would say, yes, some stuff happened, but it wasn't that. Like he could admit to some, but not all. He flat out said, it's ridiculous. It didn't happen. So because he was so firm on that point, and there may have been other reasons why.
And by the way, I love that movie Lucas when I was a kid. That was like such a great film.
I never saw it.
Oh.
Why didn't he sue? He said he's an actor. They lie. He's acting. Maybe.
What? Wait, was it Corey Feldman? It was Corey Feldman, not Corey Haim. It was Corey Feldman.
Why didn't he sue him? He said he thought about it.
He said he thought about suing him. He should have then. Because now there's a shadow of a doubt, right? Now it seems like, I'm sorry, but someone told me that I was Mary Kay Letourneau and I was like a one of those pedophiles and I would totally go to court. I would say, no way, I'm not this, I'm suing.
Some people think it happened, some people think it didn't. Captain America said, Kelly, do you think that Anna Kinkosis was trashing you on the reality court? She said you are too controversial.
Oh, really? That's why I have text messages from her saying that she believes the same thing I do.
Well, not only that, she told Kelly, because we interviewed her on our Rick and Kelly show.
See my text messages I have from her?
If you join our Rick and Kelly show, we have an interview with Anna on our show right now. And she said that every time she's had Kelly on Reality Court, it's been her highest rated podcast.
She's not trashing me.
She's saying she's too controversial for Bravo, which is basically true.
She's not trashing me.
That's why you're not on Bravo anymore.
Anna's not trashing me. She's saying that because I have that particular loud group that likes to call names and do that, call people and
Corey Haim, someone said.
The loud group. She was she's not used to it because, by the way, most Cubans that come to America are 95% Republican. Let's just start there, okay? Go live in Cuba and see how it's like to be under that dictator. That's a real dictator living under this regime of being all the same, not being able to have a voice, not being able to say what you want. So she's just not. She's scared to talk because she doesn't want what's happening to me to her.
One Billy said she didn't trash her. Kelly is controversial. Kelly knows she is.
Yeah.
Now controversial equals having an opinion.
Yeah.
Isn't that true?
Isn't that true? I love Lindsay.
Charlie Sheen did an interview with Megyn Kelly that was very insightful. We watched a little bit of that.
Yeah, we watched that.
It's good to be controversial, Gigi said.
Oh, really? Was Madonna controversial?
Oh, yeah, she was.
Was Madonna controversial when she went along with all that crap and people still watched her?
Robin said she didn't even remember many of the things he did, so who knows? I mean, that's
That's
true to a
kinda true.
point, but the allegation is so like I feel like that's something you'd remember. Not so dumb blonde. For some reason, I'm leaning to believe Charlie on that one. I don't know. They were on drugs, though. I know it's just the whole thing is just. I mean, if you watch that, it's incredible how much they did.
How much drugs they did?
Bridget said she didn't trash you, but she should have defended your right to speak your mind, maybe. Roseanne, thank you, Roseanne Olson. I'm just going to remind you guys again that we appreciate you being here. We have 980 people here live.
Should I call Anna Pincosas right now and ask her, hey?
Yeah, let's call her.
Let's call her. Hold on.
We encourage you to join our Rick and Kelly show on Patreon. We do a show every week, hour plus long. And then we do other random shows like recaps of Housewives and specials from time to time. We also do a Zoom call every week with our VIP and party patrons. And we'd love for you to be part of our Patreon because we go deeper on stuff that we can't go into here. We share a lot of videos.
I'm going to put her on
and
the
we
spot.
have a featured interview every week that's always compelling and a lot of fun. We have some.
Do you think she's going to answer?
And when you join, you have access to our whole library of shows, which is 209.
You're ringing?
No, wait, I'm not.
We're on
You're on a call right now.
On live.
On live.
Okay, well, I'm on my podcast telling Christian, the one that does the podcast with Vicky, that if they bring Alexis back and not bring you back, I'm going to be so pissed that I'm going to put you on.
Here, hold it closer here so they can hear it.
Okay.
So Anna, people are saying that you trashed Kelly because she was so controversial on
that
your
you're
show.
trashing me.
Oh my God. First of all, Kelly, you are controversial.
I am.
I mean, come on. And that's what makes you, you. It's like, I don't have to agree with everything you say, but I enjoy the things you say. I like listening to your opinions. I think it's funny. It doesn't bother me. Look at what's happening in this world for people not respecting other people's opinions. So I'm not trashing you, but I will tell you that I've had over 100 DMs threatening never to listen to our show again if I have you on.
Well, you also said that. You also said that every time you've had her on, it's been your highest rated podcast.
Exactly. So why do people love to, like, why are they saying so much shit?
Well, people.
The other thing is
Well,
that
because.
Wait, let her talk.
Okay, go ahead.
I do think that Ace is, when we're on with Ace, he brings out like the best in you. And so people see both your sides better than I do, because he really knows so much of your history and has seen so many things that you've done. And he talked to you in a way where he said, can you do this? And you were very forthcoming as to what you could defend and what you couldn't. And I think that makes people see a side of you that not everybody gets to see. And so I think that was part of it too, that I'm not as good at doing that,
Yeah.
But I did say, I don't take, it's like, how can you have somebody that says this and this and this and this? It's like, I don't, how many people with different opinions I have on this show?
Yeah.
I don't take that seriously. I respect your decisions to think what you want. But, I just think that I didn't do as good a job as Ace, because I can honestly tell you that every time we have somebody on that people think of as controversial and polarizing, and by the way, you are both those things. Also, I'm both those things in my own way.
Yeah.
People, there's no gray with me. People love me or people hate me. And you know what? I'm okay with that. You get to a point in your life where you're okay with that. You know who you are.
I think anybody in the public eye is polarizing. You get Vicky Gunvalson thing. People either hate Vicky or love her.
Mince words, and you don't mince words.
Right.
And so I personally like that.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't. If you don't have my exact same views, then that's it. This is the world we're living in.
Well, you know what? For those people that say, how can you get somebody on here that that says this and this and this and this?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in Cuba, where your family is from, they're not allowed to say anything. They're not allowed to talk. They can't go against. They're not allowed to say anything. So why don't those people that say or that don't want to hear my voice or my opinions, why don't they move to Cuba where everybody thinks the same, where everybody is a Marxist communist and you're not allowed to say anything? Why don't they live over there? Because they belong there. Because I live in the United States of America. We have the right, the freedom to have views and have different opinions and ideologies.
Yeah.
And without whether you like it or
my
not.
Family, my family came from Cuba in 1959 before the revolution because they were already feeling the fact that they couldn't have their beliefs and speak their things, and they came to a country where they didn't know the language, didn't have money, didn't have a job. They cleaned offices. They did whatever they had to do for the right to say whatever they want. So I'm, as a lawyer, and having studied that, that being such a really the essence of who I am, like, I may not agree with what you say, but I will defend to death your right to say it. That's what, I really believe in that. And I am like that too.
That's
right
America.
Now,
That's America.
I'm doing the podcast with Christian, who does a podcast with Vicky.
Yeah.
And I asked her just because I thought, oh my God, she's listening, because we were talking about this whole thing about them downgrading Shannon and all that and bringing back.
They should downgrade Shannon. They absolutely should.
Yeah. I like Shannon,
No, I think she doesn't have anything. She doesn't have a business. She doesn't have kids. She doesn't have a husband. She looks disheveled all the time. She does the same one trick pony of, the same thing, yelling. She can't pivot. There's just so many things where.
No, I get that. I think I'm just giving her grace because remember, I'm 10 years older than you. And so I think that when life beats you down, right, I just feel like she's been through a lot. Granted, a lot of things have been of her own making. I get it. But we don't all bounce back the same way. And I really am such a proponent of really being aware of your mental health and not letting things get too far. And so I'd like to give her the opportunity to rise again. But I know that people don't have the same patience I have for that and are not looking at the show through my eyes. At the end of the day, it's entertainment, which is what I was saying.
Right. But this job can go any moment. This job can, this isn't, this is, you're basically a temp working in a thing, because you can be left, you can be out in the
Independent
cold,
contractor.
independent contractor.
You have no security.
You have no security
at all
in this business.
That's the way the contracts are written.
We were just talking about that.
So for Shannon to be spending $20,000 a month on rent and buying everything Gucci and spending like crazy and not being, listen, you make your own way in life, right?
No, I know.
So I know you feel sorry for her that she's been beat down. We all have, by the way. I think every single one of us in the United States has been beat down.
But you do not let life, like, regardless, you fight back. You've got fight in you. She doesn't. We're not all the same. That's what I'm saying. Like, she needs a little bit more, I don't know, time. Maybe she's overwhelmed. I don't know. Anyway, listen to me. I can call you back, but
okay. Okay. Tell Christian hi for me.
Thank you, Anna Kinkosas.
All right.
Anna's, like I said,
Bye.
she's on our she's on our Patreon this week. If you want to see the full Anna Kinkosas interview, just join the wait. Just join the Rick and Kelly show. I want to just mention that I went on our Daily Smash merch site last night and I bought some products myself because I wanted us to get some sweatshirts and shirts. We already have this beautiful hat. They make mugs. If you want to try, check out the site, maybe show your Smash colors. Really cool logo. And we encourage you to, if you're a Smasher, to wear it proudly. dailysmashmerch.spiritsale.com.
But see, do you see how people can go and write 100 comments saying that they will never listen to her again if I'm on? That is so, like, you take the time to write an email. Do you have nothing else better to do than to hate on somebody and not have the opinions? Like, I don't understand.
This one?
Yeah.
Everyone has an opinion, Beverly Clayton says, but communist countries will not let you give your opinion. They're brainwashed.
Exactly. And that's what the left wants.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the left wants. They want big government. They want. Hannah stands up for Shannon. I know.
Joe Bella says, Kelly says she lives in the USA because we have freedom of speech and views, etc. But then again, she is always speaking negatively about Democrats. Freedom of speech is for everyone. Right. So Kelly's exercising her freedom of speech.
Right.
When she says how she feels about, and it's not just about Democrats, it's about the issues and how people stand on certain issues.
It's about the policies.
Yeah.
It's about the policies.
Right.
And the policies are what is ruining this country. And were you a part of COVID? Because COVID is a great example of Democrats, what they did to this country. Inflation went up. I mean, the policies were ridiculous. Flooding in people in that were not vetted. I mean, it goes on and on and on.
Bubble said Shannon never stood up for Kelly after she was a great friend to her.
Yeah.
And that's my issue with Shannon.
Yeah.
That is my issue with her because I was there.
I gave her clothes. I did everything for that lady.
And
I gave her food. I was there for her.
You were there for her on the late night phone calls too.
I was there for the late night phone calls, blah, 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 blah.
And unfortunately, Shannon was not there for you. When she had an opportunity to speak up for you, she didn't. And that really bothered me because she would call every night and talk Kelly's ear off. Even after Kelly was fired from the show, Shannon would call her and complain about what happened during their shoot that day. And I'm like, how insensitive is that you're calling the person who got fired and complaining about the job that you're doing, getting paid to do, that she's no longer getting paid
and
for.
By the way, I don't feel sorry for her. She was giving $200,000 to this guy. I told her not to give the money to this guy to run this tincture company.
Mm-hmm.
She was just throwing money like crazy at things. And instead of saying, hey, save your money, blah, 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 that she didn't want to listen.
Robin said, can we all just get along? Did I miss something to Shannon? Is it official that she's not coming back as a cast member?
No, everyone wants her demoted.
Oh. Well,
everybody wants Shannon demoted.
And then someone was saying that, Charlie, she gave her food after her DUI. We dropped off food. We knew where she was staying.
I gave her food.
With Mike and Vicky.
She was staying at my friend's house, actually. My friend Julie Stupin.
Yeah, Roseanne Olsen. Shannon is a privileged, spoiled brat, silver spoon baby.
I agree.
Have you ever heard Shannon stand up for Kelly? That's a good question, Bubbles.
Yeah.
It seems Shannon is an exhausting friend. You are not the only one to say this about her.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. Rick's so right about Shannon. That's the reason to stop her as a friend.
Mm-hmm.
If she's weak, Ruth says, she's not going to take a stand for you. Beth, I've been to Cuba and was shown all of the cameras everywhere the government uses to watch and listen. The country has a sad and depressing feel, and I felt lucky to go home to the USA.
Well, that's what they want. That's what the left wants. They want that.
We're going to let you guys go and listen to Jeff Lewis Live, which we will be on, as I mentioned, this Friday. We hope you'll check it out. Thank you for being here, the 1,000 of you. Please follow if you're not already here on YouTube, and please join our Patreon. I mean, it's just, what are you waiting for? It's the cost of a cup of coffee.
And by the way, I'm going to go back on Anakin Costa's thing. So whether he's going to listen or not, it's fine, because he's gotten the most views because of me. Without you people there, it's fine, because with me there, I get the highest views. So I know it sucks.
All right, Kelly's going to go back to her studying, and I'm going to start prepping for my Newsmax show. We hope you guys have a great day, and we'll be back with another Smash tomorrow.
All right.
Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.